Hey, hi, welcome back. Here, this is L3 content. These are all the lessons. Total, you have 45 lessons here. So, these are all the recorded sessions. Once I give you an access to you, so how you can, log in and watch the videos. Let's see that. Okay, so now I'm on the Gmail, and so once I invite you, you'll get an email on the Gmail box. If it doesn't find in the inbox, then you can try to search in the spam, right? Either it could be in the spam or it should be in the inbox. So right now I have that in the inbox now. Yep, it's the one. So you have been invited to storage and backup L3 training. So what I have to do, if I haven't created any channel, first you have to create and then you have to accept it. So let's do this one first. Okay, so that is done. And what about this one? So this should be okay. Create a channel. Because I don't have that channel, I can give some handle and then create it first. Okay, so now I have created a channel. So let's go back, and here then you have to accept the invitation. Yep, so you can see that. So you got this access now. You have to switch the channel. Okay, and then continue. And that's it. So now you can see that you got an access to storage and backup administrator. If it doesn't find it, one thing you can do, you can go to the studio.youtube.com and click on here, and then there is a option called switch account. So you have to switch to this one, right? So once you switch that, then you'll get an home page, dashboard access. And from here, if you want to go to the the video section, on the left hand side there is the content, and there is a playlist here, and yeah, that's it. So this is a playlist. So click on that, and on the left side there is an videos, right? So now, so these are all the private videos, right? So the only the people who have given the, I mean, who got the access will be able to watch it. So I would advise you watch it in the alphabetical order, like for example starting with the one, not in the alphabetical order, in the serial order, like with starting with the numerals like 1 2. So all these are in the numerals, right? So up to 45 videos are there in total. So if you wanted to play anything, so what you have to do, click on the first one, click on, yeah, and here you got a link, right? So you have to copy that link and open a new tab and paste it over here. So you will get an, so I'm just, yeah, so you'll get an audio also there. And this is how you have to watch. You can make it full screen, and then if you wanted to increase the quality, you can do that. You can make it to HD quality, and similarly I would advise you keep an headphone, so for a better audio, and for better video you go for you know the quality of HD. So this is how you can access all the videos. So once you completed with that first one, and then you can go with the next one. Okay, you have to come back again. Oh, sorry, this one. Yep, and then go back and go continue watching the next one in the same way. Click on that link and copy this link and paste it here. So that's how you can watch all the videos. So I'm stopping the session. Okay, so now let me go through the each and walk through what is there in each and every video. The first one is like introduction. So the introduction is about the content, like what exactly you have here, like it goes through all the topics shortly. So and what is the different what is the the content that I have chosen, and the brief description of each and every topic. So that is what you can watch in the introduction video. And the second, third and fourth, these are you know the live sync. Commvault has high availability feature. So I have shown demonstrated each and every everything in detail, like right from from the scratch, the moment you download the software package, full media kit, the installation of 11.32, and how you can upgrade to 11.36, and how you configure an live sync environment, and what are the different the failover scenarios, like what are the different types of failovers and how you can do that, what are the use case of that, and how you can fail back. So all these things will be discussed in detail. So you can see that this is very extensive, so each and everything it will be in detail, and it is demonstrated properly. It is not theory, it is completely practical, so 100% practical. So you are going to you can, if you follow my instructions, you can also set up your own lab, and you can do the same way, the way I did. So this course is totally on the 11.36. So mostly, like 11.36 we have a long-term support, so Commvault is giving you the long-term support. So 11.36, basing on the 11.36 version, all these videos are recorded. So you can see that 2, 3, 4 and 5, everything is on the live sync. Next, so one more thing, the Linux ComSer. So Commvault has started giving the support for Linux operating system. That means you can install the ComSer package on the Linux machine also, right? I do see that all across the globe, many the clients or customers, they started using Linux. So I thought that should have a demonstration. So you can picking up a Linux machine, how you can install the ComSer package, and how you can configure, how you can access the the Java console, command center, those things we can see over here. Next, and the next one is about a warm storage lock. And again, this is like a security feature, and this is for the protection, right? Like most the compliance, or you can say for having an add-on a feature like that's going to do the compliance log, and also it's going to do the retention log on the storage. So we can see in detail, we'll see in detail how you can configure that warm storage log. And the next one, the ransomware protection in the I have covered both the Windows and Linux. So Windows is quite easy, and the Linux part is quite tricky, and those need some kind of command line on the Linux operating system. So those things are well demonstrated in the video number 8 and 9. And coming back to the 10th one, it is what kind of storage issues you will encounter, how you troubleshoot that. That is the part on the 10th video that is covered. And the 11th one, the performance issues, how you are going to resolve the performance issues, what are the different tools that are going to be used. So in detail it is covered, like for storage performance issues. And then you have an hardware refresh or migration. Yummy is nothing but a MediaAgent. So if you are doing any, if you are having an old the end of support, end of life hardware, and if your company or client wanted to migrate to a new hardware, where you have a MediaAgent package installed, so how you can do that. So all that steps will be explained in detail with a demonstration. And you have an MediaAgent recovery, if the MediaAgent is offline or if the MediaAgent is crashed, how you can do the recovery. So that is about the 13th one. And the 14th one is Kubernetes backup and recovery. So it is very hot topic in the market, like Kubernetes. I believe I'm pretty sure that very few, or we can count in fingers, right? So only few trainers will give you the full demonstration of Kubernetes backup and restore, like so I have covered end to end. So you are going to install the Kubernetes cluster along with me, the single node cluster, and you are going to configure a few of the pods, and you are going to take a and you are going to configure this cluster in the Commvault, and you are going to perform the backups and restore. All those things in detail is covered. Next one is an air gap protection storage. So over here in these videos will accompany the the notes also, like I'll give you I'll be providing you the step-by-step instructions of how you can set up a Kubernetes cluster. The next one, air gap product storage, so which is like earlier it is called as an metallic storage. So now in the new versions, Commvault is calling it as an air gap protect storage. So we have seen the theoretical part. I mean, the practical part is not covered because it requires a license. We have to buy a license from Commvault. So that is the reason why it's only the theoretical part that is covered here. And the next one is 16th. I think here there is the sequence coordinates. So I mean, don't worry, the videos are still there. So I think you have to go over here. There was some problem. I was unable to sort these numbers. So till the time I fix that, so you have to move up and down here. So 16th one, you can find it over here. You can see that. So it is on the AWS VM backups and restore. So AWS, Amazon Web Services. That means this course is very extensive. It is going to cover the on-prem and also your cloud storage. I mean the cloud-based backups and restores. So and AWS is very hot in the market. So you can, using the Commvault, you can do the AWS VM backups and restore. Again, this video is in detail. It demonstrates from the scratch, like you're going to so create an account and with me on AWS, and you're going to deploy the virtual machines, and then you're going to do configure that AWS in Commvault environment, AWS hypervisor in the Commvault environment, and you're going to perform the backups and restore. So you can see that it is very extensive. So there are 3 videos speaking on that AWS backup and restore, sorry, the 2 videos, and 16 or 17 are on the AWS VM backups, and 18th one is on AWS S3. S3 is your object storage, how you can do the object storage backups and restore. And coming back to the 19th, so we have to come down again. So 19th is on the VMware application aware backups and restore. So VMware backup part is already covered in the L2 training, but in the L3 training it is VMware application aware backups and restore. So this is quite interesting. So we can see that details in that 19th one. And 20th one, again you have to come up, and so you can see that there are 2 videos which are covering on the VMware application aware backups and restore. For this I have taken a Postgres, the DB. So Postgres, and then I have shown how I have demonstrated how you can do, how you can take an application aware backups which is an agentless, but still the backup will be application aware. That is the 20. Next, coming back to the 21. So as I said that there was some problem with the sorting on the YouTube. I was unable to do the sort as per the number, so till the time I fix it, so you have to move up and down in the sequence. So 21st is, so AWS completed, VMware completed, Azure Cloud. So the next hot in the market is an Azure Cloud. So Azure Cloud virtual machine. So you're going to do an Azure Cloud virtual machine backups and restore. So part 1, part 2 cover that, the VM backups and restore. And 23 is Azure Cloud backups and restore part 3. So part 3 is your, like if you're doing an container backup. So this so this covers on the you can do the container level backups also, how you can do the backups and restore. And 24 is on the IntelliSnap part. So again, IntelliSnap is it's a very good feature in the Commvault, like many customers are using this. So I have demonstrated how you can use an IntelliSnap feature. 24, 25 will cover that, 26 also, right? So 3 videos, so you can see that it's very extensive part. And 27 is on the Azure SQL backups and restore. Like Azure SQL is something, it is a managed service, right? It's not like where you deploy an MS SQL, you install an MS SQL on the VM and then take a backup and restore. That part is already covered in L2 training, and this topic is like on the Azure SQL, which is like a managed service, or you can call it as an so database as a service, in terms of if you wanted to speak in that way, right? So Azure is going to manage, it's going to give set up everything for you, and as a DBA, right? So the DBA is going to leverage, they are going to use that as a that platform, and then they are going to create a tables, or they are going to take a backups and restore. So some of the operations are like managed by the Azure, and few of the operations are done by the DBA. So I mean, so I have shown how to create an Azure SQL a service in the Azure portal, and then how you can take a backup and restore. Again, this is end-to-end training. So 27 and 28 will cover that, and 29 is on the network issues troubleshooting. So again, when there is a backup failure, and if that reports a network issue, or if there is an some kind of I mean, so there was some problem with the firewalls, or there is some problem with the port, or the packet drops, or there is a problem with cabling, or the problem might be on the interface level, hardware level, or firmware level. So all those issues are covered here in the 29th one. So we are going to use some the Commvault provided tools, and also the Wireshark, to identify, to drill down or narrow down to the issue, and then so you can engage the network team for further help. So that is how we are going to troubleshoot, and so we're going to see in detail on that 29th one. And 30th one is the VSA role migration, how you can do the VSA role migration. Next, coming back to the 31st. Yep, so again the next hot after AWS and Azure is GCP, Google Cloud. So here we'll see the GCP VM backups and restore, and the same way 33 is on the object storage backup and restore. So Google also has an object storage, so how you can do the backup and restore using the Commvault. Next, 34th one, so this is a hardware refresh of a CommServe. If your CommServe, if you want to migrate from the old hardware to new hardware, or if you want to migrate from from on-prem to cloud, like what are the different steps here, so everything is covered here. And SAP HANA backup and restore part, these things covered like right from the scratch. So you're going to install SAP HANA software along with me, and then you're going to configure few of the databases there, systemdb, tenantdb, and you're going to install some create some tables, and then you're going to do the configuration in the Commvault, and you do the backups and restore. So you can see 35, 36, 37, these things are covered. Those SAP HANA topic is covered here. And 38th one, so one touch Windows server, right? And one touch is like your, if you have a physical server and if you want to do a backup of that physical server, so there is a feature in the Commvault called one touch. So you can do the one touch backups and restore. So that is possible for Windows operating system and Linux operating system. So you can see that 38 and 39 are for one touch recovery topic for Windows and Linux server. And 40th one, Office 365 backup and restore. Office 365 is an this is a Microsoft solution, right? It is an what you can say, it is an software as a service, SaaS solution provided by Microsoft for using your Exchange mails, right? Your mailbox, or Exchange Online, or SharePoint Online, or the Teams, or OneDrive. So all these things we have configured, we have created. I'll show you how you can create an Office 365 account online, and how you can configure an Exchange Online for one user, Exchange Online for SharePoint user, for Exchange Online for SharePoint, and Teams, OneDrive, and how you can do the backups and restore of that user. So using the Commvault, everything is covered here. So it is very big topic, so I have taken 4 sessions for that. And 44, the automation part. So the workflow creation, it's not just using the workflow, you can create an workflow, your own workflow, custom workflow in the Commvault. Have shown you how you can do that. And 45 is on the REST API, right? So it is very hot topic. So it's not like you're going to learn, you're not going to become a REST API developer, or neither you're going to become a REST API tester. So as a backup admin, or even as an implementation engineer, or even if you are a backup architect, right? So you need to have an REST API knowledge. You need to know how the REST API works, right? For debugging or for troubleshooting purpose. You don't have to be a REST API tester, or you don't have to be a developer. So as an, even if you are an architect level, so you should know what are the different REST APIs provided by the Commvault. You should know what kind of input you have to provide for different you can say that different operations, like get operation, post operation, delete operation, and how the Commvault is returning the data. So you should be knowing some basic JSON formatting, right? So the JSON is a scripting language, so you should be knowing some JSON formatting. So and so how this Commvault returns the data, and what kind of data you should be able to read the data, and you need to ensure that if the developer of the tester reaches out to you that this particular REST API is not properly working, then you should be able to test it on the Postman, on some REST API clients like a Postman, right? So in this particular demonstration I have used the REST API client called Postman. So in this demonstration, you're going to download the complete collection of the Commvault in the Postman, and then you're going to run some of the operations like get operation and post operation, and you're also going to run one of the backup from your Postman API, right, through Postman API. So all those things is covered in detail on the 45 video. So this is an extensive one. So L3 training is very extensive, so this is not for the people with the beginners, so this is for the people who have some knowledge on the Commvault. And I mean, even for beginners, I have a course on L2. You can also reach out to me for L2 level, which is like from the beginning to intermediate level. Intermediate level you can learn the Commvault administration, so that is a different course, and this is for the people who already have some knowledge, so they can benefit from it and they can get an expertise after watching all this. So these videos, along with the videos, right, along with access to these videos, we'll also get an the material, we'll also get in the class notes, whatever the topics I have discussed, you will get in the notes of that particular topics. So you can reach out to the the contact number provided on the description. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching.